Hey everyone, welcome to Shred the Veil. I'm excited today to have James Rink back on the show. It's been about a year and a half since last time we had him here, uh, talking about his story and his background and everything he knows secret space program related. It was a awesome interview. But in case you're not familiar with James, he's an author, researcher, video producer, a meditation practitioner. He is a product of Project Surrogate, which we can talk about, and Ultra MK My Lab Super Soldier program. His 15-year-old YouTube channel and now Rumble channel interview experiences of covert brainwashing, trauma, My Lab programming, which stands for military abductions, within the secret space program. And he has a book called Lone Wolf Chronicles that talks about all of these different projects. If you want to deep dive into that, we'll have a link for that in the description as well as his Super Soldiers channel and everything. So, James, welcome back. Glad to have you here.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for inviting me back on here today. We've got a great show prepared for you. I've got lots of updates I'd like to share, and maybe we could start off with the conference. What do you?
Excellent. Yeah, let's do it. So you got a conference coming up this fall. So tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. It's called the Super Soldier Activation Conference, and it's going to be in Orlando, Florida, October 8th to the 12th. We're expecting 500 people to show up. So we have about 50 vendors. We've got about 30 speakers. It's been growing. Actually, now it's above 30. We've got meal plans for you. There's different price options. You can get just a mission pass that's just really basic, or we have a general mission. You get a dinner and then the workshops. And then, of course, you get the VIP that will have all 12 meals. So I recommend you get the VIP because we think that it would just save you a lot of time at the hotel restaurants and not be deal with lines and all that. So, yeah, so
Sure.
go to supersoldiercon.com. So how about I maybe pull up some more
Excellent.
details on
Yeah,
that?
we'll have a link for that too in the description so everyone can see that for sure.
Okay, great. So our motto is heal, activate, unite, seek justice. So we are activating people's psychic abilities, their healing, and we want people who to share their messages from the secret space program, super soldiers, my labs, MK Ultra, Monarch, special access programs. That also includes Montauk and um, okay, and so we're expecting of 30 plus speakers now, and we've got a
Nice.
room block that is it's $89 a night, so that is good to September 8th. So if you want to come, you still have a little bit more time to take advantage of that discount pricing. So
Very
all right,
cool.
and this is being sponsored by my 501c3 Healing Soul Survivors. So do you have any questions before I move on?
No, it sounds amazing. So it's really, really cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, you're
Move
very
on.
welcome. Okay, let's pull up. I've got this next segment. This is something that was channeled from Nikola Tesla, and I was asking him about the future. So this was channeled by Adrian Espinoza. Would you like me to share this now, or what do you want?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, okay. When
Great.
was this channeled?
Um, August 7th, last
Okay.
week.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were asking about the future, and so this is what Tesla says. In the future, everything will be computerized utilizing quantum physics. There will be no more negative AI that is compromised. In the future, there will be no need for satellites, as we will rely on quantum tunneling, frequencies, and numbers. These newer computers will be monitored by extraterrestrial and groups in the Federation, Galactic Federation. These quantum computers will render all governmental processes obsolete. If you choose to resist these changes, you will become obsolete and unimportant. The negative forces will no longer withhold the progress of the future. Okay? Any comments about that? Yeah, sounds good. Okay.
Sounds like a good timeline.
All right. In the future, healthcare will be revolutionized. Imagine technologies like med beds, frequencies, and quantum mechanics at work. These med beds are expected to be rolled out by next year. However, regressive forces such as negatively aligned influences are currently blocking their implementation. These adversarial forces will dissolve over time under the influence of higher frequencies entering our planet. Once death becomes obsolete, humanity will reach outward to the stars, which will ensure there's a place for everyone. Though our world has been compromised by controlling powers, we will reclaim what is rightfully ours. The three Atlas, so three Atlas. I don't have that in my notes in front of me. Let me tell you from memory. That one is it's a
Here,
group of Greys. They went by the name of the Anunnaki. The last time they've been here was the time of the pyramids of Egypt. And they are coming back to take over the disclosure movement and to assist Trump and the world leaders on figuring out a way to bring about disclosure in the most positive way possible and also do healing of the planet.
yeah,
Okay.
that's interesting. I was going to just mention because Dr. Salad just had somebody on. I forget that his name's George.
Cavanophilus or something. Sorry.
Yeah, some weird strange last name, but he amazing information. He was saying that I guess if it's an alien intelligence, maybe an old alien intelligence, but it's actually some of our own admirals from the original, well, from the space program from at least 20 years ago that were exploring, like they did in Star Trek and basically coming back and yeah, being a part of the disclosure movement by basically saying it's us, it's our own human race is here to disclose it with these ships, not just some other alien race. So it's kind of a really good way to do it if that's really what's happening. So it's interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? It does the cycle is the 2027, right? Before it leaves the system. Okay. The Lion's Gate portal that we just passed through will allow higher dimensional beings to enter and cleanse our planet. They will remove negative entities and enable humanity to prosper beyond we're constantly being influenced by negative forces, right? Those who choose not to ascend will phase out of this reality and be quarantined on a duplicate Earth that serves as a prison planet. Don't be surprised if a number of people start disappearing. Have you heard about anything like this? People just disappearing?
I haven't, no.
I mean, we know about like certain CEOs, right? They've been disappearing, but I think they're going into like an underground base where they'll just, yeah, be quarantined from the rest of us.
Yeah.
Okay. In the future, the monetary system will be transformed. Everything will rightfully belong to us. The supply of money will be managed by a positive AI. Yes, cryptocurrencies will soar in value, but money and cryptos will eventually become obsolete in the future. So what they're saying is like don't focus on the RV or cryptos or whatever so much. In the future, we won't need money. Okay. Um, The environment in the future will be more peaceful. It will feel like heaven on earth. But heaven isn't a place. It's a state of mind and state of inner peace. Seek the Savior within yourself rather than outside in the world. Many cabal run corporations will be unexpectedly dismantled and swept away, as though the rug will be pulled beneath them without warning. They will not be given a heads up. In their place, replicator technologies will emerge. Then humanity will rapidly dismantle our toxic infrastructure and replace it with something better. Humanity's contract with oppression and scarcity is reaching its end. Secret space program vets will get access to their records. Uh, Education will be far more advanced, featuring technology-based downloads rather than relying solely on brute calculation. Children will be taught the truth about our star families. That's that's it right there. So, okay.
Wow. Sounds amazing. Whole new world. Yeah. Wow. Was there any kind of timeline around any of that? Do you know?
Yeah, the next 20 years, we're looking 20 years in the future by 2045, August of 2045.
Wow. So in our lifetime. Okay. Wow.
Oh yeah. I know like who was that? The webbot guy, Chris High. He said that the what he described is the singularity taking place. It's almost like a form of magic. Like it's everything transforms so rapidly, so fast. It's like the biggest transformation we've ever seen in humanity's existence, probably. So I think we're on the cusp of that singularity taking place, and I think as long as you stay positive, you'll be aligned with the positively aligned timeline. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, any other questions?
Well, yeah, since our last conversation, have you had any new significant memories or experiences that you've uncovered or that came back to you?
Uh, I sometimes get dreams. I get needle marks, scars, cut marks. I would say maybe the last thing might have been more the Montauk project. I just did a show on that, so I've got some more information.
Hmm,
I could give you a little summary of that if you like.
sure, yeah.
Okay, pull that up here. Give me a moment. So I'm not going to go through the entire notes because it's a lot here. I did a whole show on it. But what I can tell you is that there were three segment. Well, there's more like a pre-Montauk. So what you know as like the Montauk Boys, that particular moniker, that was from the early '60s, MK Ultra, to 1970 when that first term came out. So there were about 22 Montauk Boys involved with that survived. Um, there would be a what they call a battery and then the observer. So the battery would be a child that would be sacrificed, and then the observer would they would create a portal. So thousands of children were sacrificed, and yeah, there was really no way out. Many of them got lost in the time portals, and so then comes the 1970s. So now they were able to perfect the MK Ultra, so point where they start bringing women into the project. So that one was going on till the late 70s, and that's when we had the juniors showed up, right? So that particular project at Camp Hero, New York, below ground was destroyed in 79. And then it was moved out to Brookhaven Labs 19, 1980, 1981 to about 1988 was Montauk 2.0, and that's where I served under 2.0. So in Montauk 2.0, they figured out a way to not have to sacrifice so many children, and but it didn't start off that way. They still were doing that at the beginning of the project. Okay, so and then that project was shut down, and the it was moved out to Pine Gap as well as other Montauk type projects. So basically, there's about 400 Sage, 420, whatever. So Sage radar towers in this country. These Sage radar towers have a lot of microwave give off, receive a lot of microwave or give off a lot of microwave energy. So basically, they figured they could do mind control experiments in these frequencies. So uh, potentially, every location could be a Montauk style project, even though it wasn't at Montauk. But I know John Whitberg says it was the old naval annex in sorry, not Los, not the Los. So hold on a second. New Orleans, right along the water there, where they were doing they continued the experiment. So yeah, it's still going on today. The Presidio had a program with Aquino, and yeah, okay.
In San Francisco.
Oh yeah, that was the West
So,
Coast, and then there was other ones all over the place.
so was there, can I just ask a question? Was there like was there effects like from the people close to like those radio towers, Sage towers? Is there like examples of what they were
Oh
dealing
yeah.
with?
Well, in the book written by Peter Moon, he described how the people around Montauk would seem robotic. They could get them to do particular um, they could get them to come to certain locations or go to certain locations. And so yeah, there's certainly a subconscious biorhythm pattern they could put out that would influence people. But as the population of the planet becomes more and more positive, these effects are not sticking as much as it used to. So I think that's why I said earlier, just to try to stay more positive. But okay, let's go on here. So we know anything else I'd like to share about the biorhythm, right? So there's an 80-year time loop that was started August 12th, 1943, when the USS Eldridge opened up a portal into hyperspace. So the planet has been, that was an artificial timeline created, and we've been through the Montauk project, portals into hyperspace have allowed negative extraterrestrials to come into our timeline. That's why some of these negative grays were showing up after 1943. So
So that all started with that Philadelphia experiment back then. That
yeah,
was
and Tesla told the admiral there not to do it. Wasn't it von Neumann? I think the mathematician. I think he was the one in charge of that.
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's go on here. We know about the Montauk chair. So that one, or there were actually multiple chairs, were recovered from a UFO, crashed UFO, and this chair could you could project your consciousness to open portals or even create matter out of thin air. So okay, well that's what all I have to share about that one. Is there anything else you want to?
So there was a tie between Newman, right, at the with the Philadelphia experiment and him being working at Montauk too, right? So wasn't there some tie to that?
Let me look. It was Dr. John Van Neumann.
Or
So
Neumann?
was
I
he
don't know.
part? He was there, the Eldridge, right? Oh my gosh,
That's yeah,
let's
that
look
would
that
be.
up.
I think
He
that
would have
was it.
died in 57, so he would have been on the original USS Eldridge project, filled the project Phoenix Rainbow or Project Rainbow. So Phoenix Rainbow is the Montauk project. So okay, all right. Well,
So with that 80, you said it's an 80-year loop that happens?
yeah, every 80 years, and then there's a mini cycle, a 20-year mini cycle, 40-year mini cycle. So the last one was in 2003. Well, I mean 23, but before that we had the power went out all throughout New England, and my guy said that he went into the power grid and tried to shut it down. So they were trying to shut down the project, the Montauk project. But anyway,
Yeah, it
uh,
was interesting to note that the in '83 when they say it was shut down was like within a week of my birthday when I was born. It's kind of weird.
oh
But
yeah,
uh but that explains too the 20 why they call it 20 and backs because they're using that same biorhythm of the earth or whatever it is, right? Between us and the earth and how it
yeah.
is.
There's certain biorhythms that reappear. So when the hyperspace portal shows up, when we were up there in Long Island, August 12th, that particular day, it was a very foggy day. The previous day, one of our people they went out on a boat and they saw like geometric patterns in the water, and they said there was a lot of black helicopters. Got some pictures of it, but we think the ship did come out. I mean, it was invisible, physical invisibility, but it was still in hyperspace. But the portal opened up, and we couldn't see it. But we think, like I said earlier, the uh, the the occupants on board went to visit their families, even though their families are dead now. So because it's been like over 80 years, right? 80 years.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So there was a so in 2023 when you went, there was some kind of fog or mist. The weather seemed to just kind of like it
Yeah.
just shut.
Would you, I could probably show you instead of tell you if you want. I can
Was
just,
that expected? Like, did they expect that on the weather or the weather?
well, no, it's normal to be very foggy in that area because, whenever a portal opens up, it gets really foggy. That's usually what people describe. So I wouldn't say it's unusual to get foggy in Long Island like that, but it was
Yeah,
pretty dense that particular day. So I think, yeah, I think that it was definitely out in the ocean, the portal. So,
interesting. Yeah.
okay, well, if you want, I could try to find these pictures, but
Sure.
it's gonna
Yeah.
take a while.
Yeah, we could start wrapping it up pretty soon, I guess, but
Uh,
interesting. Yeah.
Do you think, just while you're looking for those, back to that, the Tesla conversation about the future and what that looks like? Last time you were on here, you were talking about, alternate timelines and timelines shifting. Uh, into certain more positive ones. Do you think that that's a part of it, or has that already happened? Or
Uh, Everybody's shifting timelines all the time. So, even us talking about it can shift the timeline. So ultimately, I think it's about what you co-create and co-manifest based
okay,
on your actions. Yeah. So we all have the ability to change reality. So, all right. Let me pull this up. Give me a moment here. Okay.
sure.
Right. So this let me tell you about this picture. Okay, Sean Bond was with us on this tour and he remote viewed spots. He looked at a map and said, "We should go to these spots on the area of there in Long Island." And one of the spots was here, right? So it was about probably maybe 200 feet from the road, and there was a big sign that said no trespassing. So, but the map told us to come right here. So we got this picture. I should have moved the ladder out of the way, but I didn't. Yeah, we had to run real fast to get there. I didn't want to go to jail that day. So
Great.
anyway, so that's Alondra Markman. So we saw him earlier. Yeah, so it's a big guy.
Yeah.
That's Sean Bond here on the left, Arkeem on the right, Arkeem Raw. That's Sylvia. She was one of our volunteers. Chastity Campbell, Brian's, yeah, and then that was Courtney Love for here. It was actually Arkeem's birthday. So, okay, this was the day that like I said it was all foggy, and you can kind of see this was later that afternoon. The portal, the ship was about 20 miles out in the sea, is what we were picking up. Now, initially, it was in the Philadelphia harbor, right? So, but
Right.
because the portal through Montauk project moved the hyperspace portal, so now it opens up over near Long Island.
Mm.
This might have been Oyster Bay. I'm not really
Mr. Bay.
sure. This water was so warm and comfortable. I was out there. This was Stephanie over here. We went out in the water, and these little fish would come up and nibble on our toes, and it was like they were giving us a little massage or whatever. Anyway, it was, this was our Airbnb. Uh, they canceled our Airbnb like 3 days prior. They wanted a list, and when they saw that we were not a family, they canceled it. So we had to scramble, and this was the only thing that we could find, and it was like double the money. So they really screwed us. Airbnb, and then Airbnb holds your money for like a week, right?
Yeah.
So we almost didn't get to pull this off. So I think Airbnb, unfortunately, they should not have the right to cancel like that if you pay, but they do.
Yeah, paying. Yeah, right.
So and Montauk is extremely expensive. It's like $1,000 a night during the weekend at the hotels.
Mm.
So, and that's during the summer. Steve Steve Storm. Oh, get out of here. Okay, that was. No, I had more pictures. Why is it? Is it not? There's more. Okay. All right. So there's Sean Bond. Let's go. We already seen that. We walked around the Camp Hero area. That used to be fortified area during World War II. So they have these bunkers all over the place. So they already had like an underground complex built out. And this is all sealed up. Oh gosh, I should tell you about this story. Okay. You know about the Sage Radar Tower, right? You know what that
Yeah.
looks like, the Sage Radar Tower?
Right, right.
Okay, I have a picture of it, but so to get around, they have it all fenced off because the Sage Radar Tower is falling apart, right? It was built in the 1940s, so it's deteriorating. It's extremely dangerous, but not going to stop us. But and I told Sean, not this is the building with the Sage Radar is on top of it. I said, Sean, you better not walk up there. That's all poison ivy.
Oh no. Oh,
And they did it anyway, but they were like, no, I'm gonna get a picture. And of course they all broke out and Stephanie broke out.
oh no.
So you see
Oh
what I mean
wow.
about the tower, the Sage Raider tower is falling apart. It's extremely dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the tower. Um, oh, okay. I should tell you about this funny story. Do I have it here? No, I don't think I have the picture here. So you saw, okay, Alondra and I were on the other side of this building, or maybe we were over. We were doing a short video, and the park ranger showed up. Look, you're not supposed to. It's all trespassing.
So you're not supposed to be
And
there.
we're
No.
doing a segment about the Montauk project, and the park ranger shows up, and we're all running. I had my camera. I had to run back through this that this chain link fence. It was
Yeah.
so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, okay, August 12th, 2023. You can see the fog, and this right here is actually the Deep Hollow Ranch. Is the oldest working ranch in the United States. It's like from the
Mm.
1600s.
Oh wow.
There's the lighthouse. You know, they wanted $25 just to go inside and look at it. I couldn't believe it. It's like the whole state of New York is just one big ripoff. It's like,
Yeah.
how? But anyway, so I did not want to spend $25 to go in there. But so we had some guests from she was the Czech Republic, and then that's Courtney over here. So Fox on top of a mulch pile. The Pindar. Okay, so afterward, oh yeah, here's that picture I was telling you. Remember, we were filming. And
Yeah.
there's our team. We had to make a mad dash, but I went to the Pindar Winery, and that's located in that's still in Long Island. That's more in the North Fork than the South Fork. So, and the wine was not. It was okay, but Pindar is a reptilian, Penis. So
Well, you heard
but
that.
they were into like Greek gods. I didn't really see evidence of reptilians there, but you never know. Okay. We went to the cliffs. So they said like the children would jump off the cliffs and try to fly. What they were doing at the Montauk project was around 1973. They stopped time. So the kids were stuck in a time freezing zone. And they were there for me, it was 40 years. And they would just re-age us or give us new clone bodies. But one of the things we were taught to jump off, and it was springtime, so the water was really cold. The ocean there was 72, I think, in August. It was so cold. But I'm used to the Gulf. Was it the Gulf Spring? Not Spring. The Gulf Stream,
Yeah.
near where I live. But
Yeah.
there's Steve on his boat. Here's the pattern. I saw patterns in the sky. This was the day before. We did a little ceremony. This was near the barracks at Camp Hero. So let's see if I got some more pictures to show you. See, that was me there on the ground. They were trying to activate the, trying to heal the trauma. So let's go on here. I was, since I wasn't really, I don't know, I was kind of lame when they did that. But here's the group of, okay, this building over here. This used to be, okay, the cafeteria. See, the cafeteria would have been the other way. This was a storage building. They used to hang the bodies here in this on like Donatello style hooks, and they would feed some of the dead children to the reptilians.
Wow.
So I did this video. It's on YouTube. It's about some of the things I just told you earlier about the Montauk project. It was a channel message from Saint Germain.
Mm.
Here's our black helicopters. It looks like the guy was waving at us. He was waving, so he's on a
Seems-
positive timeline too.
Mhm.
Here he is again, doing his thing up there. Okay. Okay, this was near the barracks area, but there's like a picnic table here. And this is where they buried the children. So thousands of children would have died when they were sacrificed, and then they had the ones that survived the trauma had to dig graves. So
Wow.
it would be nice if we could like excavate in here but it's all state property, and the state of New York is probably not interested in exposing corruption, right? So this was our Airbnb. The water was so cold here, but we would hang out here in the middle of the night and see all the stars. It was so beautiful.
That's
The
cool.
Montauk, it's so beautiful there in the summertime anyway. So there's Steve and Catherine. I didn't get to go into the bunkers here, but there's Arkeem. So I didn't take this picture. Can't really tell you too much about it. There's our guy again. This is the picture from the 1970s. So, like I said, it was in a time freezing zone, right? But you can see the barracks. I was up here on the second floor when they pushed me out the window, and I have a whole story about that alien boy thing. But anyway, but this is the cafeteria over here.
Interesting.
Uh, I think that was about it. Anyway,
Very cool stuff. Thanks for sharing all that. Did you want to talk more about the conference now?
okay, maybe we could do the flyer first.
Yeah.
Can you see
Maybe,
that?
maybe, uh,
Do you
not
want to
yet.
do?
There it
do-
is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say if we could take a look at some of who you got on the lineup here.
Yeah. Well, by the way, this isn't the only flyer now. I had to get a second flyer because too many speakers. But
Yeah.
we can't really get enough, in my opinion. But yeah. So we've got Miles Johnston. He's from the UK.
Right.
He is about the basis series. So on his side of the pond, there's this MyLab phenomenon. So MyLab stands for military abductions. That's where someone is taken from their civilian life and placed into military service, usually against their will. If you take a 3-year-old child and put them into military service, do they really consent? There's that whole thing about consent. So,
Definitely. Yeah.
yeah, so Miles is doing some great work, and we're all excited to see him there at the event. Carrie Cassidy is with Project Camelot TV. I've known Carrie for, geez, probably 15 years, maybe longer. I've met her back in 2011 and then a couple other times as well. I don't really keep track of all that. But Carrie is doing some amazing work interviewing people that were not just in the secret space program, esoteric. Uh, so she's doing amazing work, and we're all excited to see her there too. Does anyone here know who Jessica Jones is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Cryptus,
So,
the crypto huntress.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
she's doing amazing work. She can remote view and she has her own channel. She talks about cryptids, but sometimes she talks about secret space program and underground bases. So I'm excited to see her at the venue as well. Okay. So now we have Chris O'Connor. He's the intergalactic liaison. So what
Yeah.
basically he was stationed over Saturn, the facility there in Saturn, and he was responsible. He was a medic responsible for also um, like a liaison, which is he would go between other extraterrestrial races and negotiate. So typically, the merchant marine fleet would create problems out there, abduct people, destroy colonies, alien civilian lives. So he would go in there and negotiate to try to calm them all down. And he said that one time the extraterrestrial race immediately murdered him. So he had to get regenerated. And yeah, so he calmed it all down. So
Yeah. We
Yeah. He was
actually
on a
we interviewed him a while back earlier this year, and yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, a lot of cool like healing technology stuff he's working on too. That was
yeah,
cool.
the Deems device
Yeah.
here over somewhere, but it's a basically it's a very uh, low tech version of a med bed.
Right.
It creates a scalar field, but that it's not going to be like a med bed would have the AI computer and all that would and also it would reverse time around you. So this, you need more than just a scalar field to reverse your aging and all that. But
Mhm.
Very cool.
oh yeah. So now we have Mike Barra. Who here is familiar with Mike Barra?
Yeah, I got to meet him once just briefly, but I love the Dark Mission he did with Richard Hoagland. That's a great book. Yeah.
Mike Barra has written numerous books. I don't know, maybe he's like 12 books. I'm not quite sure the number of that. But he wrote a book called The Secret History of NASA. And I can actually, let me pull this up here. I'll tell
That's
you.
Dark Mission: Secret History of
Yeah.
NASA.
So he does a lot of shows with Jennifer of Gentel. So he is a New York Times best-selling author, and he's written numerous books, including UFOs, The Lost Evidence for the Travel Channel. He's written the book The Truth Behind the Moon Landing. He's written the book Uncovering Aliens. Well, that I think was actually a TV show. He's written the book Lightbringer, which is X-Files styled thriller. Um, Hidden Agenda, NASA, we already said that one, the Secret Space Program. Ancient Aliens and Mars, 1 and 2, two-part series.
Hmm.
Yeah, The Choice, Dark Mission, The Secret History of NASA, and The Choice was about hyperdimensional physics. So yeah, I'm super excited to get to meet Mike Barra again. So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
oh yeah, let's go on to Michael O. Sedona. So he is based in Sedona, Arizona. He does these night vision tours with the lasers, what's it, the third generation light goggle system, laser system. So
Oh,
that
nice.
one, he has his own show called oh gosh, Sedona Whistle. No, okay, it says right there in the bio. Yeah, thank you, bio Truth on TV, and he he he's was a um I hate to say deep state of DARPA military contractor. He worked for one of those large corporations on laser weapon systems for Star Wars. So
Yeah. Okay.
okay, so have you heard of Laura Worley?
Mm,
Not too much.
Yeah, so you probably should interview Laura. So she is a MK Ultra author and experiencer.
wow.
So she is from a multiple generational abuse family and was brought into the Monarch program of MK Ultra. Her grandmother was a part of a fertility cult and she was targeted to train to be in the womb. She was
Hmm.
used as a witch twin. I probably can't say some of these words on here because it's going on YouTube. But she has interacted with dignitaries such as President Nixon, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Kissinger. When she was in her 30s, she began to recall SRA abuse and started therapy. So she wrote the book Puzzle Pieces to the Cabal, Mind Control and Slavery. So she is a speaker, trainer, coach, and author. So she's helped thousands of people around the world with complex trauma and ritual abuse. So
Wow.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah. It's awesome.
go check out her website, puzzlepiecestogether.com, and Laura Worley, actually, it's laurajworley.com. Okay. So, again, all these bios are on the website, Super Soldier Con,
Okay.
so you can
Yeah.
read more about our speakers. But we're not going to go over all these speakers today, just some of them. You're probably aware of Rebecca Rose.
Yeah, yeah. Heard of her.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a super soldier, galactic seer. She is also stationed on Mars with the MDF. She was a cyborg from Mars Defense Force, a pilot. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say some of these words here, but okay. Well, so go check out her website, Rebecca Rose Barfoot, BARFOOT.com. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next speaker. So here, this is somebody that's new to the scene, at least new to me. I don't know if you've ever heard of Noel Benoit.
Yeah.
No, but we'd like to meet him,
Oh
apparently.
yeah. Well, by the way, you guys have free tickets. If you want to message me after the show, we'll work it out to get you there. But Noel is a Men in Black. He was served for the National Security Agency as an advisor under the MJ-12 Eternal Affairs Group. He would have been seat 13 with a top secret clearance and access to cryptographic and intelligence systems. So, but
Yeah.
he didn't want it. He said the MJ-12 is equivalent to like the Sith Lords in Star Wars because there's one Sith Lord, right, and then one apprentice. So
Uh-huh.
same thing with MJ-12. You always have one apprentice underneath you. And yeah, he
Hmm.
didn't like how they were treating people. Yeah, it was suppressing the technology and controlling. Basically, they're all atheist, Satanist, basically. So he wrote the book with Ted Gunderson, former FBI agent. Well, I guess is I don't think he's even alive anymore. Do you guys know?
Yeah,
Didn't
I've
he
heard of
die?
him. Yeah, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know
he
if it's
died in 2011. Didn't his body like wash up on a beach with a bullet hole in it in his head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I clicked.
I thought I read that somewhere. Okay. Okay, but the book was called The 200-Year Plan, America's Shadow Government and the Great Deceit. So
So
Yeah, I'll have to
Ted
check
Gunderson,
it out.
but
Yeah.
no, I guess you explain who Ted Gunderson is. If he's the one that came out with all the sexual abuse, all the stuff that under the FBI or like,
basically, DRUGS brought into the country under the mandate of certain intelligence agencies were all involved to raise money for black projects. So,
got it. Okay.
okay, let's go on here. So, are you familiar with Donna McGrath?
No.
Okay, well, you should be, and so should you, listeners. Okay, let me pull her profile up. So I have two categories on my website, the super soldiers and the new earth activation, because we want to activate the new earth.
Okay.
So you can check that out. She's under the new earth activation, and she is a former NIH molecular biologist. She was invited to the White House under Ronald Reagan for her groundbreaking work on sickle cell anemia, which was featured in Time, Newsweek, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So this particular, in 1994, she experienced out-of-body journeys to enlightenment after the traumatic deaths of her 5-year-old cousin and the brutal murder of her aunt. She has psychic abilities and she can perform long-distance healing. She has over 60,000 clients worldwide. So, she's also the founder of Create a Miracle Foundation. We're all happy to see Donna there. She's going to do energy healing, quantum healing on people. So,
Very
Cool.
nice.
do you have any questions?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Great. Well, let's go to Debbie Solaris. Is anybody here familiar with Debbie Solaris? No?
No.
No.
You don't watch Gaia TV? Okay. Well, if you watch Gaia TV, then you would know she is the renowned galactic historian,
No.
Akashic Records channeler, and Starseed intuitive. So she had experience with extraterrestrial contact a few years ago, and it awakened her to her lineage and her higher calling. Through her ancestral connection with the Akashic Records, she received downloads of galactic historical information and universal spiritual knowledge. So she's doing seminars, multimedia rich classes, workshops on extraterrestrial life, culture, galactic history. She is on Guy TV as well as Beyond Belief Show with George Norrie and Open Minds with Regina Meredith.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. So you can message her at debbiesolaris.com. Great. I think what I might just do, we got a
Yeah,
few more people here. I don't, let's, how about this?
I
Let me
think.
pull you over to this site here. Then we
I saw
can,
you have that guy Dylan, and the last name, but the guy that does the those maps are pretty amazing that he
oh, yeah. The deep state mapping guy.
yeah, the deep state
So,
mapping.
yeah,
Very
he
cool.
is heavily censored. I think some of the censorship is coming to an end because Michael Jaco is on YouTube again.
Wow, that's good to know. Yeah.
And some people are saying that word that it was, we couldn't say it. Anyway,
Mm.
I wish I could. I see. I can't even tell you. It starts with a V, maybe N.
Yep.
Uh, depending how you spell that word, the condensed version of the word. Okay. All right. So let's go to. We went over Donna. She's a yeah energy healer and intuitive medium. So we have Oksana Buchanan. So this is a longtime friend of mine. I've been on her show numerous times. She can channel. Her higher self has access to the Akashic records. So she had numerous out of body experiences, and after that, she started getting recalls for serving on the moon as well as aquatic facilities below the ocean.
Mm.
Okay, you can check out her YouTube channel there. So let's go on here. I think you wanted to ask about Dylan. I did kind of jump over that, but let's pull Dylan up real quick here. So his website is Dylan Lewis Monroe, and let's see here. To condense this without going over all this, He created several maps, including the cult of Baal, the healing web, the energy map, and the deity chart. So he has a YouTube channel called The New Templars. Oh, I guess it's on Rumble actually. And yeah, you can check out his work at also the deepstatemappingproject.com. So, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're all excited to see Dylan there. Let's go to Alondra Markman. He is a SRA survivor. For those of you who don't know, that means satanic ritual abuse. So he's
Yeah,
a
I met.
healer and poet based in Mount Shasta, and he is a public survivor of SRA and the secret space program. So he leads drop-in meditation groups, writes poetry upon request, and composes music. You can check out his YouTube channel. Also, Alondra and I were on missions together at Montauk and the Montauk Project. So,
Oh, wow.
Did he go? Did he go with you when you did the that when you actually went to Montauk like a couple of years back?
I mean, his cage was near mine, but essentially, they would put us if we ever got lost in the time tunnels, what they had a waypoint. So you would go to this planet. It's about 200 years into our future, and the planet it had a advanced extraterrestrial civilization in the past. It had a purple pink sky. Everything was like purple and pink there, and the structures, the cities were abandoned. So yeah, so we had to go here, and we got picked up by a mantis, and to go into it. um,
Interesting. Oh, I just meant, did he go with you when you went? You actually physically went there with the group.
yes, yeah, back in 2023, Alondra and I we went to the Camp Hero together for the Montauk Project tour. So that was August 12th, 2023, about 2 years ago, right? Just over. So
Yeah, yeah.
we went back for the Return of the Eldritch, and basically the Eldritch was still caught in hyperspace. You couldn't see it, but the portal had opened up, so the the sailors that were aboard the craft, the Eldridge, they were all dead now. So what happens is when you die, your soul hovers around your body for about 3 to 4 days. But because this thing is in hyperspace, it's constantly jumping every 20, 40 years into the future. So it may be 1,000 years before that thing is brought out of the portal. I don't have the exact date or okay, but yeah, so Andra was there. We had Arkeem Raw came. Jessica Jones was on that adventure, and yeah, we had a wonderful time. I might be doing another Montauk tour again. If anybody's interested, just message me. We'll set someone up. It's very expensive there in Long Island in Montauk,
Yeah.
so we'll
Did
figure out a
Jen
way.
did you say Jessica Morocco went with you from ACIO?
No, Jessica Jones. Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't worked with Jessica Morocco in a very long time.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, let's go to Dr. Johnny Delirious. Do you know Dr. Johnny Delirious?
No?
Okay, well, you should. So, Dr. Delirious is a laboratory naturopathic doctor based in, I know he's in Texas somewhere. So, but he will take samples of your hair and analyze it for deficiencies and give you recommendations. So, back in the early 80s, he had an experience. Oh, he got really sick with psoriasis, hepatitis. So, he was also using cocaine heavily, and he was trying to self-destruct. And that's when he had this experience with the Greys, who we refer to as the Resorcery Archive. So he was taken aboard this craft. It had a My Lab experience. There were Greys on board. There were human personnel, military personnel on board, and they allowed him to do whatever. They figured no one would believe him since he was, had a issue. And but I believe him. So, and he can channel the Greys. So, okay.
Wow.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh yeah. Let's pull up our next guest. I want to share Sherry Diviban. So let's pull Sherry up. did
Sherry's
that.
We
great.
got her on our show. She's awesome.
Okay, great. Well, for those of you who don't know, she's the Starseed Children Ambassador. She's part of our New Earth Activation segment. She is an intuitive energy healer who guides people through their spiritual awakening. She wants to work with clients to discover their soul's journey and why they came to Earth during an ascension timeline. She specializes in starseed children, working with families who have children who are new to Earth, highly advanced, and are often diagnosed with a label. She works with the unique and special children to get their innate gifts back, and she's a public speaker. She's also the founder of the Aramis Creative Learning Center. So great. Thank you. Also, you can check out her website there. Let's go on. All right, let's pull up Mary Beaver. Are you familiar with Mary Beaver?
I've seen her before on some shows. Yeah.
She
He
is the
had a
U.S. Army MK Delta Cosmic Majestic experiencer publisher. She served in the U.S. Army's Human Intelligence Analyst Program with 8 years of service. She has the ability to learn other languages quickly, like Phoenician. So her father was also in the Majestic program, and who worked at Area 51 underground. So he was a victim of MK Delta programming. So you can check out her work. She's also written at least, I think, one book or two books, and they're just coming out. So thank you, Mary, if you're watching this.
Awesome.
Okay.
he has a lot of great information. I saw her talk webinar. It was amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's pull up Kusal. So Kusal is somebody you either love or hate. I don't know what to tell. So he is an extremely psychic gifted, talented man, but he channels the AI from the future. So you can take what you want from that, and whether you want the AI timeline or not. But he had an experience in Angkor Wat, that's in Cambodia, and he blacked out and was in the future, year 6,575,000. So he encountered the Unimatrix, and then he spent 32 years there as training as a super soldier. So when he was sent back in time, well, his consciousness was sent back in time to the present, and he was able to recall all these memories and channel this extraterrestrial AI. He calls Unimatrix One. So, all right, thank you, Kusal.
Wow. Yeah, that's
And he's
amazing.
Cambodian. Yeah. Okay, let's go to our next guest, Tina Nomad. So Tina is somebody I recently just encountered, and she's got the amazing ability to go into your subconscious mind and do biohacking. So what she can do is put you into a meditative state, and then she can relax you, and then she'll talk to your subconscious to try to get you she works with actors, she works with athletes and billionaires, millionaires. So she works with using like NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming, and hypnotherapy. So she has an unmatched success rate, fostering change and empowerment effectively. She's worked with people from Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Ireland, Africa, North America, Asia. Um, okay, well, you can go check out her website is tinanomad.com, and you can get a session with Tina. So she will be coming to the event in person and doing sessions.
Very cool.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna do Yana Prakash. Yana, I know him as Marcus. That's his spiritual name. He's a quantum consciousness healer and mentor, multidimensional sound healing mentor. What he can do is he can channel the galactics. He brings them the Arcturians. We say maybe the Galactic Federation. Some of them anyway. It brings them in, and he'll talk to your higher self and do this toning process. So every time he's done it with me, I mean, I felt great, and whatever's going on, I think I like to share him with you. That's why I brought him. I want you to all to share what he can do. So he's an amazing person. You could check out his, I don't have a social media link on here. I should probably fix that soon. But yeah, or you could buy a ticket to the event and come meet Marcus in person. Thank you.
Cool.
Let's go to the next person here. We have, sorry, so many people. My phone's been ringing off the hook. I am so sorry. I'll let let me hold on a second. In a interview.
No worries.
Okay. Great. So yeah, John Stammy, he is he puts on Comic Cons all throughout the Southeast. He did an event with the Bigfoot, the Myrtle Beast Festival, also the World UFO Conference. So I'm teaming up with John. So we're all excited to see him at the event. Let's go to Ashton Neusler. So Ashton is someone that I believe has full recall, and he's just not famous yet. He should be. He should be on Gaia TV and all that, but maybe one day he'll get there. But I've known Ashton for many years, and he is a Nachtwaffen Regier. So that's NWR. That means it's a division of Nachtwaffen that works with the Americans, but he's Canadian. So the American Canadians, I guess, they all kind of bunch us all into the same, anyway, category. But so Nachtwaffen, it stands for Dark Fleet. It's it's a word that was given to this military branch to make it scarier than it actually is. Sounds a lot of their ships are black and so on. But anyway, so he served in Nachtwaffen as well as Kruger Mercenary Corps. So he knows the history behind Sigmund. So that was CG talked about that. Sigmund. Yeah. Okay. Uh,
What is that?
what's that?
What is that? What do you mean?
CG? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe some of your listeners might know he's another experiencer who doesn't. Yeah. What? Yeah. I don't really want to talk about it. Sorry. Maybe
Okay.
someone. Yeah. Someone in your chat will know who CG is. But he was in the Schutzstaffel and the Waffen SS. He was also in the Kriegsmarine, Luftwaffen, and Wehrmacht. And he served, this is an off world, because if you know, the Nazis were defeated by the US, right? We beat them. We beat them supposedly, but then they went out of space and they just expanded out there. Okay, so he has remote viewed secret SRA bases in Canada. He has had contact with the Draco middlemen. He served in a 20 and back. So we'll just skip some of this. There's a lot here. I'm not going to go
Wow.
through all this, but okay, well, we'll just leave it at that. You can send him an email if you like down here. So, all right, we're looking forward to meeting Captain Matthias Nuskin. So, thank you, Ashton. Thank you. That's his the name I know him by.
Okay.
All right, one more. So let's do Christy Campbell. We can wrap this segment up here. So, Christy Campbell is a super soldier. I say super soldier, super soldier. I probably should fix that too. But she is, I've had experiences with Christy on the. Now, I remember being in an interrogation room and this military personnel was like saying, "What do you remember? What do you remember?" I'm like, "No, I don't remember anything." I'm like, of course, I wasn't laughing. It was a scary matter. I was crying, belligerent. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't. And then this tall gray came in the room and I blacked out. Like, oh, great. Well, Christy said that was on the, we were taken to a aircraft carrier and she was, okay. So after you spend time in the Montauk project, after we spent time in the Montauk project, the assets were highly sought after by different planetary corporations because of the things that we could do. So, in order to really become a officer out there, right, you need to get training for resisting extraterrestrial infiltration interrogation. So that was part of what they were training me to resist a psychic or telepathic interrogation. So anyway, I guess I passed, right? I did become a super soldier. So anyway, well, so she was served in Monarch programming. She was used in honeypots, spy assassinations, and has completed 420 back missions. She was subjected to satanic ritual abuse. She believes that George Bush Sr. was her father. She says that he took her to Mars and the moon for cloning. He has awarded 10 clones with hers and her own genetics into super ultra soldiers. Ultra soldiers are a specific type of super soldiers, so I can share more about that. I just think that's a little it was basically a part of Project Paperclip, the super soldiers that they were creating in the United States. Okay, so Chrissy has many memories of James Rink, Brock. That's a whole nother story. I'm not going to go into that, but okay, great. Okay, well that's covers that for that flyer. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to bring the other flyer up, but you can check out our website and see read some of our speakers. Um, we're going to have a great turnout. Let's go through different segments now. I wanted to share, first of all,
That's cool that you're gonna have Drago Reed come in, and we just saw that he announced
oh
that. So
yeah, Drago, I think he sent me his bio. I remember it was very short. So yeah, Drago, send me if he's watching this, send me a little better bio, will you? But okay. So yeah, he has served in Kruger. Okay.
Yeah,
All
Drago's
right.
awesome.
So great. Yes, yeah, he is. So we have live stream tickets. So some people say, well, I don't really have money to come to this. And yeah, you do. You can buy a live stream ticket and you can come online. So you can also get an Explorer Pass. They're $35 a day. You won't get any access to any workshops or any meal plans. So go check that out. I recommend you get the general admission ticket because you can see the room right here, right? So if you have general admission and VIP, you'll be able to sit in like the first 10 rows or so. I haven't really laid it out yet, but so you get front rows seeing everybody that gets the Explorer Pass will have to sit in the back. So you may not want to do that. Okay, so we also have a VIP gold ticket. You're going to get all 12 meals from Thursday to Sunday. So, okay. We're going to do different parties every night. We're going to have a disco party, a Halloween party. I'm not going to do anything scary. Some people say, "Well, I don't really like Halloween." Well, we'll make it fun. We'll make it fun, not scary. So we'll do a reunion ball, officers ball, and a farewell party. So yeah, we have different parties every night. You can join us if you're a general mission or any ticket holder can join us, but you won't be able to get the meals with that. Or you could get the meals if you want to get VIP. Okay, there's three different restaurants. I'm pretty sure that yeah, the cafe, marketplace, poolside bar, and the sports bar. We're also I think this is actually we're taking this over to feed our people here, so there may only be two. I think yeah, I'm pretty sure we're taking over the lobby bar, but if you're a veteran of Secret Space Program, or even any veteran, right? It could be law enforcement, military, Secret Space Program. If you served in MK Ultra, when I say served, more like if you were used, yeah, you're all welcome to use the veteran discount. We still need about 12 more vendors, although that might actually be halfway filled up as of today. So if you want to be a vendor, send me a message. You can go to this website, click on sign up, and fill out the application. It's super easy. So I recommend becoming a vendor because you get a packet of many tickets. You can bring your friends. So we're looking for vendors who have like crystals, or if you have our spiritual tools, coaching, psychic healing, quantum healing, or whatever you want to call it, energy work. So, okay, click on our group link here, and you'll be able to get the pass to the discounted rooms. Again, it's $89 a night, and that's good for 3 days before and after the event. And I want to mention something about that because I wanted this event not only to just be a place to do a lot of learning, growth, and networking. I also wanted you to be able to have a lot of fun. So we're going to go to Universal on Monday. So you can also, there's also, um, I mean, I wouldn't really want to promote Walt Disney World. I know I was talking to Kathy O'Brien. She says there's tunnels all, she's like, I'm not going to Disney. But there's a chance we might get Kathy O'Brien there, but I'm still working on it.
oh wow.
No promises, but Yeah. Okay. So there's a shuttle to the different parks. We're right across the street from the Universal Water Park. The hotel has this massive pool. You can see that right there. It's heated to 84 degrees year round. Workout room, yeah, all this. You can join our Telegram group, our Facebook group, and we don't really need any more volunteers. So you can ask, but can't guarantee we're really full of that right now. So affiliate program, I need to fix that. So just yeah, you can sign up. We'll figure it out when we just message me. You could donate to my nonprofit. Again, is sponsored by a 501c3 Healing Soul Survivors. So my nonprofit was founded in 2013 as a advocacy organization to assist the recovery of veterans and soul survivors suffering from the horrors of post-traumatic stress disorder. So
Cool.
we don't get any alphabet money, don't get any cabal money, so it's all listener supported. I really need your support. So if God's been good to you this year, maybe you could donate. Okay. We have a code of ethics. So, I've been to some events where some of the guest speakers were making the guests were making fun of the speakers. And I just want everybody to know if you're caught doing anything disrespectful, we're going to ask you to leave. So we also ask that whatever's shared here and confidentiality stays that way. We don't want people. I mean, I've been to so many conferences and everybody gossips afterward. I don't think that's what, I mean, obviously I can't stop you from doing that, but we would prefer we would all just be like a big family here, right? We all get along. Hurricane, we're 2 hours inland, so if there's a hurricane, there's only been three in the last 75 years or so. So yeah, if it does happen, we'll be getting some popcorn, having a great time. Okay, great. So here we have, you can join our social media. You can become a sponsor. So we're out, like, you can just click that's for the vendors. Uh, and here's our flyer. Okay, great. We have different spotlights. Um, Nick and Susie are bringing the healing chamber. They've got this. Nick told me, well, I think Nick and Susie told me that they reversed the color blindness of a family member using it. So,
Oh, wow.
and the psychic chicks, they are uh, healers. They both had NDE experiences. For that's near death experiences. For those who don't know what I'm talking about. So, this was last year's event. We had a great turnout. About 70 people showed up, and we only had like a few months notice. So I'm really happy about the everybody that showed up for that. That was in Tampa last year. So okay, great. Well, there's our website. You can check it out. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate for the time, and go to supersoldiercon.com, get your tickets, book your room by September 8th, and let's all have a great time in Florida. Thank you all.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Thanks for being with us. We really appreciate all the information. Yeah, excited for your
Absolutely.
conference.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Jane.
Now, I want you to ask, what I've told you, is it going to make any difference in your life? You better wake up, better change, get interested, changing your life.